you doing here?
Just walking off my marathon yesterday. I had to go for a walk, go to Crown Casino, a local casino. We're not going to be betting on anything, but we'll go and see what people are up to. Eduardo Eats Australia, take 10. This is a banana paddle pop.
It's better than I thought.
Really? Hi everyone.
Hi David. It is David.
How's it going, mates?
Hey Shannon. Great.
I'm wearing my finisher shirt just for this occasion. I've got to run. We got Disney this morning, so after my call with Alyssa, I'm gonna run and get changed. But I thought I'll just dress like this for this occasion.
Been Halloween here for a while. It was lovely to see Brenna. I got to meet Wes on Friday. In a lovely catch up. Forever French was super impressive. I just shared the photos so everyone can have a look.
Well, there's a reason why I'm dressed like this. I don't really like to wear a suit, and when I do, it's for very special occasions. And today we're going for a meeting with Disney. Very important partner of ours in Australia, so we have to look our part. So Eduardo and I are dressed as best as we possibly can for the occasion. Feels a bit strange because I've been in shorts and t-shirt for the last how long? Days and
Last
days and
week.
days. Yes, exactly. It's either been that or been an Oodie. So I haven't dressed in anything. I certainly haven't dressed in a shirt for quite a while. So, well,
Let's go then.
feeling good. Let's do it. So one of the things we're going to be talking about with Disney today is Hippo Blue. We were there last week. Amazing client doing amazing stuff with Disney. So we're going to have a chat with them, talk through what Disney have planned for the next couple of years, making sure that we're able to give Hippo Blue the direction that they need to, launch product around all the tent poles and everything. Disney film releases, anniversaries. Disney are always on 24/7. They're 365 business, so we want to make sure that we're fully across everything they're doing, so then we can help our client understand what moments they need to celebrate for their customers as well. And it'll just be a great time for me to have a chat with the team. A lot of them I used to work with. So one of them I used to work with in my very first job at Haven Licensing. And then the next one, the MD of Disney, I worked with at Warner Brothers. So in addition to when I say we're going to meet our friends at Disney, I literally mean some of them are my friends. So that's going to be nice to catch up with them because I haven't seen them for a while. Today has been a busy day. I've had a catch up with Matt to talk about new business for Born to License. We've had the Born to License US weekly. So Alyssa and the team took me through everything that's happening with all of our amazing clients. We just signed a really exciting deal for our health and beauty client, Everman Jack. So that was something that we were celebrating today. A few challenges that we're working through, which is always happening. Then I had my one-to-one with Alyssa. So that was good. In addition to last night, because we have to work around the time difference here. So in the evenings, I'm doing calls with London. In the mornings, I'm doing calls with the US. Tonight, I have more calls with London. And that's just what you need to do when you're in Australia, is actually things start to ease off around now because the US is starting to switch off for the night and London is already switched off. So actually where I'm in Australia, the days are pretty quiet and the evenings and the mornings are intense with lots of calls. But that's the way it goes when you're down under. Alyssa is back from her travels to see Brenna, and Brenna is not. So she's on leave today and tomorrow. She's back on Wednesday. But it was great for them to be able to catch up in person. They went to Forever French, one of our clients, and they said that in-store was just amazing. They went to one of their physical stores. They said it was just to die for. So that's a really exciting client as well that we're working with. Last night I had a call with Amber and Albie. So Amber got back from maternity leave. She'd been on leave for 12 months. Lots has been happening since then. She's come back as our director of licensing for the Born licensing business. So very exciting. And LB will continue supporting that business. He did an amazing job while she was on maternity leave. He really, really stepped up and was managing the Garfield campaign with IAMS himself. He's done the entire Sainsbury's Christmas ad for the BFG, which the second one launches shortly. So he's done such an incredible job, and her coming back on board means that we'll have that extra resource. So I'm going to be going to London in a few weeks' time to meet with both of them and to really figure out a strategy of where we take the Born licensing business in 2026. But it was so good to see Amber again. I missed having regular catch-ups with her. She's a mum now, so, she's at a very exciting time of her life. And so, yeah, it was really good to have a catch-up. We've got a lot of projects that she's coming back to help us manage. We've got another couple of Christmas campaigns. We're working on some last-minute things for this year, which is a bit crazy considering it is October, and one of them is launching in 3 weeks' time. So it's, very exciting. Loads happening in all areas of our business, so I couldn't be happier about that. So coming out of that meeting with Disney, I think one of the most exciting things for me, because I'm a massive Simpsons fan, is the next Simpsons film, which is coming in 2027. We're going to be encouraging a lot of our clients to be doing a licensed collection around that to really make the most of that tentpole moment. But the thing with The Simpsons is it's an all year round evergreen property. Like, it's successful in licensing all the time. And those are the properties that do really well when they have a film out, because retailers get behind them, licensees get behind them. They're a known entity. It's obvious that it's going to do really well. They're already tried and tested, but they're going to have this big celebratory moment by having another film. So I'm all in on The Simpsons for 2027. It is going to be a challenging environment of competition, because there's a big Bluey film coming that year. There's a lot of other big things happening that year as well. But The Simpsons, has been successful for decades, and I think that it'll be a really big one. So we'll be speaking with our clients, making sure we're giving them enough time to plan ahead to launch around that theatrical window in 2027. Maxibon, and it's a special Stranger Things flavor. The season 5 is launching on Netflix shortly. Crunchy.
I'll give it that.
10 out of 10. Wow.
The first one, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Very good. Today we're off to one of my favourite Australian companies. I've talked about Boost Juice. Now it's another Australian company, the Oodie, the most comfortable product in the world. Today's a very exciting day because we are going to the offices of the Oodie, one of my favorite Australian brands. I spent the day of and the day after the marathon recovering in an Oodie, and it was amazing. One of my favorite things to wear when I just want to relax. So we're going to go to the Oodie office. We're going to have a chat with Rebecca Palmer, who's head of licensing. Going to hear about what they're doing, what licenses they're working on, what they're excited about, what's working for them, what's not. And then in a few weeks' time, I'm having a catch up with Davey, who people will know from Shark Tank, Davey Fogarty. I'll be having a chat with him about licensing generally for the podcast. So very excited. We're going to get some good shots of the latest Oodie product and just see how they work with all the licenses, how they determine what licenses they're going to go with, what they pass on, all of that kind of stuff. So very exciting to have that conversation. You'll see I'm also sporting a Hippo Blue Star Wars bag. So very good. It's personalized. It's got my name on it. Thank you, Hippo Blue team. Love working with them. So love carrying and wearing product that our clients have created, got to represent, got to support our clients and it beats buying the stuff. Get it for free. Awesome. And now he's shooting lots of things at the moment, I think. Oh, okay, yeah. He's a busy guy, isn't he? Yes. Oh, that looks familiar. Yeah. Both of us have one of these. Yes. This one I wore post-marathon. It was good, very good, but I did feel amazing in an Oodie. Relaxing that afternoon. It's like the most comfortable thing to relax in post-marathon. So it was good recovery.
Yeah, we know a lot of people wear their Oodies after swimming training too.
Oh yeah. What's the temperature? Let's do a temperature check. It is a sunny 18 degrees, so it's warm. It's gonna be quite warm walking home in this, but we just have to celebrate. We had a great meeting. I'm feeling all things Oodie, and it's a 12-minute walk, and we've decided we're gonna walk home in our Oodies. It was a very interesting chat. Rebecca is wonderful. She's lovely, and she has so much insight into what's working with licensing. It's always so interesting hearing about, from a licensee, how they make their decisions, what trends they're seeing. I found it very similar to the amazing conversation I had with Lucy Salisbury at Funko. The decision-making process of what licenses to sign is a very deliberate process. You know, some people that are consumers might look at what the Oodie does and look at their license collection, just think, oh, they've got Peanuts, oh, they've got Care Bears, oh, they've got Dr. Seuss, oh, they've got this. But they don't realize the decision-making process is very, very, very deliberate. There's a lot of thought that goes into it. There's a lot of data points. They're looking at trends. They're speaking with customers. They're speaking with all the licensors that exist. They're looking at what's happening in cinemas, what's happening on TV, what's happening on streaming services, what's Netflix up to. They're looking at all of these touch points to make their decisions because there's a lot of risk involved. They have to agree to minimum guarantees. They have to invest a lot in manufacturing. So they have to make sure that they're making really clear, calculated, thought through decisions before agreeing to sign a license. And so that was one of the most interesting things. She talked about how important relationships are, and the licensing is very much a relationships-driven business. Everybody knows everybody, so you don't want to burn your bridges. You want to treat everybody with respect. And interestingly, she talked about how she has different divisions or different specialists within her business that manage different areas. So she handles sort of like the overall relationships with the licensors, negotiating the deals, working through which licenses to sign. But she also has her finance team who does the royalty reporting. She has the product development team that works on all the approvals, the marketing team. You know, there is a lot involved with licensing, and it's very interesting to see how someone like the Oodie, a very efficient running business where licensing is a big part of their business, how they plan so far in advance and they have so many people, but it's worth it. Someone like the Oodie would not be doing licensing if it didn't have, you know, really, really great benefits for their business.